So Venezuelan Americans cheer Maduro's capture.
States of America, because thanks to them and to the power of them, we are free. Viva Venezuela Libre.
Seen my dad cry 3 times.
This is in Florida.
His dad dying, Fidel dying, and today.
Wow.
And I think it is just, it's a time to be here. It's historic.
Venezuelan Americans cheering President Trump's capture of Nicolas Maduro.
Especially in Doral, Florida, where 40% of the residents are of Venezuelan origin.
Wow.
Incredible reaction there. Doral, Florida Mayor Christy Fraga joins us now. Mayor, welcome to you. That was an incredible statement that young woman just made, that she's only seen her father cry a few times in her life. This was one of them. What is the reaction there?
So people here are happy. You know, we have a big immigrant community, a big portion of them being Venezuelan, Cuban, who have lived through these dictatorships basically their whole lives, have fled oppression, coming here finding opportunity and safety, freedom. So yesterday they were feeling justice served, and they're going to see that. And so there was a lot of people that were cheering, happy. They're seeing a light at the end of the tunnel after 27 years of you know, oppression and watching their country deteriorate under this regime.
Well, that's why a lot of these Venezuelans are in the United States in the first place, because their country is a dictatorship. You couldn't do anything. So they fled that dictatorship. That's what happens in a lot of these messed up countries. They leave because the life is terrible. Life is bad under communism.
So people were starting to feel the opportunities that exist in being able to watch that country rebuild and finally having the democratic process restored and respected in Venezuela. And hopefully it will continue, and we will see a ripple into Cuba and Nicaragua, and we'll start to see stabilization in this Western Hemisphere.
Mayor Fraga, put into
America's like, you know what? We're done. We're going in. We're not going to have any more communists freaking neighbors. We'll take it in our own hands. And honestly, that's probably what's going to happen with I think Marco Rubio was saying something about Cuba now. So Cuba and then Colombia. I mean, United States is just like on the roll, and they're not going to listen to anybody. You know, like the whole international law thing. It just it seems like it does not apply to United States. And it's just honestly, to me, it's a little funny.
Text for us. Many of those Venezuelan Americans there that are celebrating that we see in these videos, it goes back to 1999 when Hugo Chavez took over what was, by all accounts in Latin America, a thriving democracy, wrecked it, turned it to socialism. Maduro comes in, takes it even further. These are some of them Venezuelan Americans who fled decades of oppression.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, we have, you see it all here, right? You have those who came many years ago watching what was happening just with Hugo Chavez getting elected. They saw what happened in Cuba and left. They saw the writing on the wall.
Right, they left.
Much, you know,
that's what I'm saying.
At the very beginning of all this. And then you have some that have come over the last 10 years, over the last 5 years, where things have really gotten just very bad in Venezuela. You know, there's no humanitarian help. People that unfortunately have had children want a chance for them to have an opportunity, and so had to flee for their safety and for their security. And so, like we said before, this is a country that had, you know, this very rich country, had very many opportunities and resources. Has
one of the most highest, I think probably the highest oil reserves, and people are living like bums in slums. It's crazy.
Sources and the people have been deprived of that, and we've seen horrible just poorness and people without even having medicine over there. And so they've come here looking for that opportunity for their children and like I said, safety. Many people were facing delinquency everywhere, you know, people being sequestered. So this country has given them an opportunity to have safety and have had an opportunity to have, you know, a place for their children to grow and prosper. Many of them are excited, though, to be able to go back and rebuild in their country.
It's going to be a while.
They are some of the best, wisest people about socialism, and it's important that we remember their stories and listen to them, because a lot of young people in the country today are going in the wrong direction in that regard.
Yeah, they are.
Mayor Christy Fraga, thank you
Well,
so
the
much.
problem is that a lot of younger Americans that support all of these communists and dictators have never actually left the United States and don't know how it is outside. Like, I was born in Ukraine, and Ukraine was, obviously I was born after the Soviet Union has collapsed, but you can still feel that old school communism, socialism kind of a, you know, feel to it. It was still there. And, you know, nowadays Ukraine's trying to get away from being the puppet of Russia. And that's why we have a war right now between Russia and Ukraine. Ukraine does not want to be a part of that history anymore. They want to be closer to Europe. And this is the same thing. Like, people in America that are protesting that Maduro, capturing of Maduro, are people that have no clue. They have never left the country. They don't know how the world operates or how it works. So it's just a little silly to me. Here's a message from Venezuelan.
Venezuela, I'm Venezuelan. People are criticizing Trump for what he did in Venezuela. They say he bombed and kidnapped our president. No. Let me be clear. That man was never our president. He's a dictator.
Right.
We didn't vote for him. Our elections were stolen. And when we protested, our kids were sent to prison. Minors were tortured. Girls were forced to prostitute themselves in prisons just to get food, to get a piece of bread. And where were all of you then? Where were all of you, liberals? Where were all of you?
That's so funny.
You said nothing. You did nothing. But now you suddenly care about international law. I mean, now you all talk about human rights? Maduro didn't lead Venezuela. He kidnapped an entire country. So, no, Trump didn't kidnap anyone. No, he did not. He removed our kidnapper. And for that, we're thankful. You can debate politics all you want. But don't tell Venezuelans, do not tell Venezuelans how to feel about being free from a dictatorship.
Yeah, it says, where were all of you liberals then? If that doesn't sum up everything in the current world, exactly, yeah. It's just funny how everything like that works, huh? Yeah. Here's a funny post right here by RT, which is Russia Today. It's the biggest Russian propaganda channel out there. It says, I was praying. If I was praying, I'd pray for Nicolas Maduro. Roger Waters says 99% of people in the world deplore U.S. actions against Venezuela. Let's hear what he has to say. Just a big old propaganda by Russia.
It's 11 a.m., 3rd of January, 2026. We are all reeling, stunned by this.
We're so stunned.
Act of aggression from the Empire of the United States of America on our brothers and sisters and comrades in Venezuela.
On our brothers and sisters and comrades. That should tell you everything about Roger Waters.
That great and wonderful expression of the Bolivarian Revolution. We stand with you, none of us, all over the world. I speak to God knows what percentage, but probably 99% of all the people in the world when saying that we deplore your actions.
Oh, God.
For God's sake, grow up. Stop behaving like moronic children in a schoolyard. This is our world, not yours.
Did you guys hear that?
If I was a praying man, I would be praying now for President Maduro. I'm not a praying man, but I am an active man, and I will do anything in my power to support Venezuela, which is a sovereign country and should be left alone by the gringo bullies from the north. All right, I'll see you later.
I got a message for Roger Waters. Nobody cares about your opinion. We don't care. You're an idiot. You don't know nothing about free world, and you need to shut your mouth. This is actually very dangerous propaganda right here. Here's the video. Justin, Venezuelans are literally crying tears of joy, all because President Trump captured Maduro. Let's hear this. There's a dub version of this. Let's hear it.
We want to give thanks to God for his miracle.
Wow.
And to all those who never stop believing that God is great. Gael will finally get to know Maracaibo after all these years.
What to know, Dad?
It was his deep longing.
What do you want to know?
Pay attention to this. Look.
He wanted to go to Venezuela. He wanted to get to know
Oh, the kid wanted to go to Venezuela.
Spain, but he wanted to get to know Venezuela, that beautiful Venezuela. My children are returning once again to their country.
Wow.
Thank you, God, for your great wonder. Thank you for this great miracle. Thank you for always being so good to us. My Venezuelan brothers and sisters, I truly hope we have learned our lesson, that we can be more humble, that we can be more human, that we can be more like brothers. God is truly great and wonderful.
We will return.
By the way, this is dubbed.
We'll be back.
You can't imagine how many Venezuelans will want to return to Venezuela.
Venezuela is a truly great nation, and it will surely rise from the ashes because God himself has decreed it to be so. Long live Venezuela, long live the Venezuelan people, and long live all the nations that graciously welcomed us during our most challenging and difficult time. May God bless every single nationality that welcomed us with open arms. A heartfelt thank you. We are truly 100% grateful to Spain because it opened its doors to us. But thank you, Chile. Thank you, United States. Thank you, Mexico. Thank you, Ecuador. Thank you to all the countries.
Mostly thank you, United States.
We love you all.
And a big thank you to everyone for Venezuela.
Amen. Long may it live.
Wow. Here's another one. Insanely dumb. This is why leftists should never be in charge of anything. Let's hear this.
Would you trade Trump for Maduro?
Yeah. I mean, I think Trump, I think Maduro was democratically elected.
Oh,
probably.
My God.
Sure.
More than likely, yes, of course.
If there's a Nicolas Maduro out here who's going to bring us to revolution, I will support that movement.
I would rather have a bus driver in charge than a billionaire, okay? Let's put it that way.
Nicolas Maduro could come and be our president? Yeah. Oh, any day.
Holy shit.
Any day. Look, all the check marks are there. He's not white. Okay, he's a minority.
He is not white. What is he?
Okay. He looks a little too much like Saddam Hussein, though.
But there's one little red flag. He looks like Saddam Hussein, so we might have to think about this one, okay? But he's not white, so that's good. People are dumb. Here's another one. The people of Venezuela are thanking President Trump. The people of Venezuela... Oh my God. Let's hear it.
I just want to talk to you, America, and I hope you have your coffee when I tell you this, but these are great news. All eyes on Venezuela. These are historical news. This is history in the making. I mean, my chest, it feels like it's going to...
People are so happy.
Because I mean, before I was even born, there have been struggles. My family has been fighting for so many years. Before I was even here, they have told me about it. They told me about a time where democracy existed, and now I can finally look forward to that. And that's just everything that I can ask for.
This is so good right here. This is great news.
Venezuelans are good people. The greatest people that I know, I can vouch for them. We are good. We are working hard, and this is our President Donald Trump and Maria Corina Machado just created an opportunity for us to begin working harder than ever, because that's what we have always been doing. But now we're doing it in our country. But you know, we also have worked so hard here in the United States to build so much things, and I just want to thank you, America. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to work.
That's it, guys. That should sums up all the stuff. Nobody knows it better than the actual Venezuelan people that are from Venezuela, that left Venezuela because how depressing and how disgusting the government was. They were just killing people. So when you see protesters in America protesting Donald Trump for going in and removing Maduro, those are the people that literally don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like I said, they've never been out of the country and they have no clue. All you have to look at is the people that are from Venezuela. How are they reacting to the whole thing? Should give you the answer right there.